Hey bitches, welcome to my channel. My name is Willow. I've actually had a lot of people ask me how I do my makeup or how they can do their makeup to make it look like mine. So I guess today I'm going to show you guys in general how I do my makeup. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is spritz this little rose water facial mist all over my face. Honestly, just because it makes me feel fancy. I don't know. I'm a basic cheap bitch, so it just sounds fancy to me. I mainly do this on the days where I don't wear makeup, but putting it on today anyways. And then I'm going to take some concealer and put a base coat of concealer over the parts on my face that are a little more red, where I want a little extra hidden coverage before I go on and apply my actual foundation. I'm just gonna put that everywhere in little dots and then blend it out when I'm done. And most of my makeup products are just from Walmart because I'm a cheap bitch. I don't have the money to blow on expensive makeup products if I want to eat and live. So most of my stuff is from Walmart, or you could easily find an alternative to what I'm using at Walmart, which I think is pretty cool. You don't need to spend a buttload of money to look decent. While I'm blending that foundation out, I guess let's have a little chit chat. So apparently my job right now, my fast food job, also consists of me teaching a bunch of grown men the difference between fish and chicken. I thought it was self-explanatory. One flies on the land, one swims in the sea. But I guess it's pretty hard for some because it's fish season because of Lent, and a lot of people think they can just interchange chicken for fish on a deal or fish for chicken, or they order chicken and then scream at us when it's not on the deal and then claim they want fish because it's the same thing. And yeah, I never thought I'd have to explain to grown adults that fish and chicken are not the same thing, but I guess I do, and I guess that's my life now, and that's super fun. So let's move on to the next step of my makeup, which is applying the concealer once again, this time for a bit more coverage, make it look like I'm not as dead inside as I actually am. We're gonna go over any pimples that I have and any red spots that I want to pay extra attention to get rid of, mainly on my cheeks and my chin, and of course those under eye bags. And I put a little bit over my eyebrows, or where my eyebrows used to be, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend that in as well. I can honestly say that getting rid of my eyebrows has been a huge confidence booster for me because I could never figure out how to do them with my makeup routine, and now that they're shaved off, I find doing my makeup so much easier. I just neglect the hair that used to be on my face and I move on with my life. Now I'm going to take some powder and put that where I put the heavy amounts of concealer. To be honest, I'm not really sure why I do the powder. Sometimes I forget this step, but I think it's so the concealer doesn't so it stays in place. It holds the concealer. I don't really know. I'm not a makeup artist, really. Then I'm going to dive into my makeup brushes and brush away the powder that I put on my face. And then I'm going to grab a slanted brush and dip into my contour to attempt to chisel out my cheekbones. They're not really chiseled. It's like lightly sanded cheekbones, I guess, because no matter what I do, I suck at contouring. But yeah, we're gonna sand the cheekbones a little bit, add the contour to my cheeks, my jawline, and a little bit on my forehead too. And for my nose, I'm going to take a smaller brush so I can draw in the contour lines more specifically where I want them, and I'm going to line them up with the natural shadow that's there where my eyebrows would start. And then I'm going to blend in all of that contour. So now that my contour is sort of done, we're going to go ahead and dip into the eye makeup, which is my favorite part because it's the majority of what my makeup is. And I'm going to dip into this green shade with this sort of bigger brush and just blend that all over my eyelids. I've really been vibing green lately. A lot of times with my eyes, I like to do a pop of color there because most of my clothes is neutral colored, and in this case, the outfit I had planned later, I had a green cardigan and some green Crocs that I really wanted to put with my outfit, and so I wanted the makeup to match the accessories super well. And after the green, I'm going to dip into a brown shade and sort of draw inside the crease above the eyelid and darken that up a bit. It looks really bad right now, but I love the end result. Just trust the process, I guess. I'm going to really darken there, put some naturey colors in there, and I'm not doing a very good job blending. I'm really not doing myself justice here. But then I'm going to take the same brown and put that under my eyes, and I promise I fix that mistake on my eye that you see later. Take a sip of water. Yes, hydrate yourselves. And then I am going to go in an even darker shade and put that in the very corners to darken it up just a little bit more. And apparently I'm just blending that in the whole crease as well, because I didn't like how light it was with the green, so I darkened it up. And then I'm going to take the concealer stick and put that in sort of the inner eyelid corners. I don't know the proper eye terminology, but that's where we're going to put that, because we are going to put this beautiful light sparkly shade of green there to create a beautiful light green look. And we're going to retouch up the other green on the other side just because it got kind of lost in the brown. Eyeliner has definitely become one of my very favorite parts of doing makeup, but I still struggle with it. It's really hard to just do it perfectly. This is also where I realized I fucked up my eye and I was like, eyeliner can probably hide it. So I always like to start by drawing the actual wing first and then connecting it to my eyelid. I feel like it's actually to my advantage that I like a bigger, bolder wing, because then if I fuck it up, I can just make it a little bit thicker or a little more dramatic. With my personal style, I feel like it kind of works out if I'm not as good at it. And so like I said, then I kind of connect it to my eyelid, and right here I'm trying to do the inner corner thing, but I sucked at it, and I also couldn't see very well because it was nighttime, and I literally stabbed the inside of my eye with it. Yeah. Right there. Yep, it went inside my eye, and that was super fun. I feel like I watched an episode of some TV show with my dad when I was like 10 years old, and someone was talking about like a makeup emergency and like they couldn't see or something, and I was talking to my dad. I'm like, how could they have like a makeup emergency? How could makeup blind them? And like now I kind of get it. I test it every day myself, that theory. Anyways, then I'm going to go ahead and add what I like to call my little spidey legs under my eyes. I really kind of feel incomplete without these at this point. I usually like to do one right in the center under my pupil and then one more off to the side. Sometimes I change the placement up a little bit, but that's just a general rule of where I like to put them. Then I'm going to put some mascara on. I don't really do false lashes because I don't really feel like I need them, and also I suck at really doing things close to my eyes. I mean, I messed up the eyeliner. How would I do false lashes? But then I'm going to dip into the blush and really put that on my nose and cheeks, bring a little color back that I lost with the foundation. And I always like to do something fun with the eyeliner besides just my eyes. Sometimes I put something on my nose or my cheek. This time I wanted to put something in my little eyebrow line, and I wanted to try and draw stars. And my hands were shaking like crazy, and I really was struggling with this one, and I thought it was going to be a huge flunk, and it ended up being relatively okay. You can tell that they're stars, which is the main part, I guess. And I overall, it wasn't perfect, but we're not going out on the beauty runway. I'm not going anywhere, okay? So it doesn't really matter. I'm just sitting in my bedroom by myself filming a video. And then I'm going to dip into this Beetlejuice palette, which has some beautiful eye colors, but I'm using it for the highlight, which I absolutely love. We're going to put that on the tip of my nose, and then the middle part of my nose, the bridge, I guess. And then I'm going to take my lip liner and lipstick, because this lipstick is kind of crusty, and so we're just putting that sort of in the middle to get the majority of the color on there, and then we're filling in the rest with the liner to make sure it actually looks good and it goes in the places I want it to go and not the places I don't. We're going to overline the lips just ever so slightly, and that's basically it for the makeup component of this video. But we can't leave it there. I actually ended up deciding to pin my bangs back because I wanted to show the makeup there. Yes. So I ended up taking this simple black tank top, this green cardigan, a little like tutu skirt with some tights, and my green Bayklogs, my absolute favorite babies in the whole world. We're clipping, well, first I'm tying my hair back into these two little updos, and of course the second I was filming it got in a huge knot on my head and I had to rip it out because it wasn't perfect. Of course, that happens a lot with my hair. It always looks kind of messy. So then I had to yank that out of my hair, snap my hand with the elastic, and redo it. And then I clipped my bangs back with these little flower clips that matched. And I put in these little scissor earrings, and I put a bunch of rings on my fingers. And I decided to go with a couple of my favorite necklaces, a little crystal. I did a black one because I feel like I did too much green already. And this little heart choker I put upside down. Put that with the rings on my finger, and that's pretty much the look, all done and did. I actually love the way it turned out. I'm in no way, shape, or form a great makeup artist or a professional makeup artist, but it's not about being professional or being the best. It's about feeling good with what's on your face, and I feel pretty good about what's on my face. I love the green. I love the way it pairs with my beautiful Bayklogs, and that's the end of this video.